Hello everyone. I had a question from one of the subscribers of my other channel to talk about how Mexico's been treating me so far. And up until this morning, I had just glowing things to say about it. But I'm glad that I had the experience that I had today, because you guys shouldn't just be getting glowing reviews from me on living here in Mexico. You should be getting both sides of the coin, the good and the bad, right? So I'm going to be giving you a very raw, very honest video about the good, and, well, not about the good today. I'll do the good on another day. And then the bad. So today I'm going to be doing a video about the bad things that you have to deal with living in Mexico. Now, bad is subjective, right? So what's bad to you might not be bad to me. So let's just keep this in mind. And let's also keep in mind one of the reasons why my experience today was so bad, was so terrible, was simply because my lower back went out on me, right? So I'm in tremendous pain. I can barely walk. And so that is one of the reasons why this was so bad. So keep that in mind. But I wanted to remember this point in time so that I can give you guys an unbiased, not just glowing review about Mexico, because Mexico has so many good things. But there's also some things that you, coming from outside of this country, you being a tourist or you being an expat, we'll call it an expat, things you'll have to deal with. So I go out to the store today to get my wife Gatorade, because my wife's sick, right? So I go to get Brittany Gatorade, and I get in my car, and I'm feeling really good. I'm really happy. The weather's beautiful. We're over here in Tlaquepaque. The people are nice, and people are relaxed and chill. And so I'm driving along the way to the grocery store, and I pull in to the parking lot of the grocery store. Now, depending on the town you're in, you're going to have to pay for parking, okay? In the U.S., it's much less common to have to pay for parking at a regular grocery store, but it seems like in Mexico, when you're going to larger cities like Guadalajara, where Tlaquepaque is very closely located, and also San Luis, Potosí, places like this, larger communities, and probably some smaller ones too, right? You have to pay for parking. So in Mexico, you have to kind of pay for almost everything. So keep that in mind. Mexico is not the cheapest place to live. I've said this in many videos, and I'll continue to say it to let you know. If you're looking for a cheap place to live, Mexico is probably not that place. But we're not here because we just want a cheap place to live. We're here for many reasons, right? So keep that in mind moving forward. But so yes, got to take the ticket, got to go park the car. Now, as soon as you drive into the parking lot, right, you're going to be flooded by people, Mexican people, right, because we're in Mexico. I say Mexican people because I don't speak the language. It's like, I don't know what you're saying half the time, so it's frustrating to me. But I know that. I'm trying to learn the language slowly, right? But so you have a whole bunch of people motioning, go park here, park here. So in case you're not familiar, Mexico, you have people who come in off the street and work inside of parking lots, whether that be at banks, whether that be at supermarkets, no matter where you are. They will stand in that lot and work. They're washing your car. They're helping you park by motioning, go park here. Here's a spot. They're backing you out of your spot, right? They're doing every single thing that they can to be upstanding citizens and work. You can't deny how great that is, right? But when you don't speak the language, and when you're coming from a place like maybe I'm coming from, like New York or wherever you're coming from, you might not feel like talking to people, right? So when I left the house, I didn't feel like talking to anyone today. But I was forced to probably talk to about 12 people, telling them I don't want my window washed. I don't want my car waxed. I don't want my car washed. I don't need help finding a parking spot. I don't need help backing out of my parking spot. And all of these people want money for it. Now, are they demanding money? No. But if you're going to, take their service, you should probably give them a tip for it, right? So I left the house not wanting to talk to anybody because it takes a lot of energy when you don't speak the language to talk to people. Talking to someone in the United States, number one, is going to be very rare because a lot of the places in the United States, people are less friendly. People in Mexico are very friendly. So they're going to go out of their way to talk to you a lot of the time. And secondly, in the United States, I speak the language. So saying, have a nice day, no thanks to somebody in the United States is very easy. But saying it here, I need to process it. And so it's a lot harder for me to do. This isn't their fault. This is just what it is. I'm talking to you as someone who may think about coming here. I need to take a drink. I don't want to talk to anybody. All I want to do is go to the store. This, in theory, should have been like a 15-minute thing, not counting the drive, right? I chose to drive maybe 10 minutes away. So this should have been a 15-minute thing. So instead, I pull into the parking lot. I don't park where they tell me to park because I'm a grown man. I know where to park my car. I know where I want to park my car. And I want to park my car far away from where everybody's asking me for money and wanting to talk to me. So I drive all the way to the opposite end of the parking lot. Now, this is not uncommon. Mexicans do what I'm doing also. If they don't want to be bothered, they will drive all the way to the end of the parking lot. So I drive all the way into the parking lot. I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm trying to concentrate on a call. Somebody comes up to my car. They followed me from the beginning of the parking lot all the way to where I parked. And they see I'm on the phone, but even though I'm on the phone, they're still talking to me. They're talking to me in Spanish, and I have no clue what they're saying. But I know what they want. They want to detail my car. So I tell them, no gracias. Then the guy says something along the lines of, well, but you have this on your car. And I said, yes, I have this on my car, but no gracias. Thank you, thank you. And then he said, but yeah, you have this. And I said, I don't need your help, thank you. And he said, okay, very nicely, very nicely. The guy was nice, but it's annoying. You see what I'm saying? So it's not cultural in the U.S. at least, where I'm from, New York and many other states that I've been to do this. You know what I'm saying? So if you come here, you're going to be dealing with this culture shock. And trust me, if you don't speak the language, it's culture shock. And even if you speak the language, it's going to be culture shock. Because it's going to annoy you that you have to talk to people. If you don't want to talk to people and you have to talk to people, it's going to frustrate you. Anyway, so I go into the supermarket. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to say it because you might not know. The supermarkets in Mexico will not have the same things as back in the States. So you need to find substitutes and need to understand that you are not living in the U.S. This is your choice. It's not Mexico's fault. It's your choice for coming here. Okay? Some places you will find so many things that you have at home back in the States. In this particular place, Guadalajara and Taliquipaqui, we've seen almost nothing that we like to enjoy here back in the United States. We've seen almost nothing, right? So we're very limited, but that's okay. We're making the best out of it. So I go into the store, I finally find something similar to what I need, and now I have to go check out. The entire time since the moment I left the house, I'm thinking to myself, oh no, what am I going to do? I don't have any small coins, right? Now you guys might not know what I'm talking about. I don't even think I have any with me right now. I don't. Coins. Nickels, dimes, pennies, quarters. The stuff we don't use in the United States for anything. They use them here. But they're in the peso, right? So the second that I left the house this morning, I said, oh no, I don't have any peso. Any cambio, any change. I have paper bills. I have tons of paper bills. But you're going to find a lot of places, they can't afford to take your paper bills because they don't have change. So anyway, I'm dreading having to pay for parking in this place that I really don't think I should have to pay for parking, but that's another story. Because the machines might not take bills. I don't know if they take bills. So I said to myself, well, I got to go out. I got to get change, right? So I realized, okay, I have a 20 bill on me. The machine's got to take a 20 bill. I buy my stuff. I go out to the parking lot. I have to go to my car. There's no machine to pay for my parking anywhere near where my car is. I have to drive around to the front of the building. All the way to the front. find another spot, deal with everybody, tell me, park here, park here. Do you want me to wash your car? You want me to detail your car? All these people swarming me like zombies, with all due respect. That's what it looks like. Because that's what it looks like. This is the culture. Don't get mad at them. This is the culture. I'm the one who needs to change. Okay? But it's frustrating. That's the whole point of this video, to tell you the culture shock, right? So I need to go through these people again. My back went out on me in the process. So I'm like dragging myself through this parking lot. Finally find the machine. I'm dealing with all these people. I wait online with like 5 people. I get up to the machine. I put the bill in the machine. It's telling me it's going to be 12 pesos to pay, right? I put the bill in and it spits my bill out. So the machine isn't taking bills. Now I need to find change. So I have to walk all the way to the opposite end of the store, go back into the store, find somebody, tell them that I need change. The first guy didn't have any change. Then the next guy I asked gratefully had change. But if he didn't have change, I would have been stuck in that parking lot. This would never happen in the United States. You know why? Because you're paying for parking with credit cards. If you're paying for parking at all. Mexico is a cash-based society. And a lot of the time, places will take credit cards, but cash is preferred. And many times, a Mexican credit card will be taken where an American credit card will not be taken. So there's a lot you need to learn when you come here and deal with. You need to deal with the fact that you are going to be required to walk around with tons of change. Why? Why are you going to have to walk around with tons of change? You have to pay for the people who wash your windshield, right? They don't ask you a lot of time. They will just start washing your windshield, and you're left to tell them no or give them something for it. Even if they wash your windshield at the first light, then you drive to the next light, and then they start washing it at the next light, a different person. You could tell them no. You certainly can. And they'll be fine with it, and they'll walk away. But they're always looking to work here. Their work ethic is so high. They don't just ask for money. They work here. So they're looking for reasons to work. They're looking for things to do. This is admirable. But it's also irritating to someone who doesn't want the service. So whether it's them backing you out of the spot that you do not need help backing out of, pulling into a spot that you don't need help with, detailing the car that doesn't need to be detailed, or washing the windshield that you just got washed at the light before, you need small coins. That in itself is so irritating. So that was my morning. And then I had to make it home on a back that's not working. My back is not working. I just popped 2 Advils and I hope they kick in soon. Because man, I am in so much pain. But this is the life that you're choosing to live if you come here, okay? The people, every single person, well, not every person, but 99% of the people are so kind and sweet and loving and caring, and they will help you for nothing. And they'll give you the shirts off their backs. And they're looking to work. They want to make money in an honest way. That's great. It's just a culture shock coming from a culture like mine, where you don't need help with any of this stuff. You don't need any of it. You don't want to talk to people. Some days you feel like talking to everybody, but today I just did not feel like talking. And is there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't feel like I'm a jerk. I'm entitled to not want to talk. I'm entitled to want to walk into a supermarket, associate with no one, leave, associate with no one, and come home in the 15 minutes that it should take me, when meanwhile it ended up taking me over an hour because the machine didn't want to accept bills and the machine didn't take credit cards. So this is a big heads up to anybody who's wondering about Mexico. This is a large majority of Mexico. I'm talking about like probably the whole of Mexico. You have to deal with this. So understand that. It's going to be a culture shock. And, you know, I've been here for a long time now. And so I'm well aware of it, but it doesn't get less annoying when you're grown up in a certain way and now you have to relearn how to live in another culture. It also makes it harder because when they see that you're from out of the state, well, out of the country, they go extra hard because they want to get, they know you're going to tip them bigger because the money's different from where you're coming from. Even though the peso is very strong, let me tell you, the peso is very strong. But they're going to go out of their way to get more money. So they're going to do more. And if you don't want anything, that can be frustrating. But anyway, I'm not telling you that they're terrible people by any means. They're the best. You know why? Because they're actually willing to work and help. I'm the one who needs to change. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But like I said, this will be a culture shock to anybody who doesn't live here. Anyway, I've rambled enough. Hope this helps someone. I'll catch you all at the next video.